eatings, I'm Rob Chapman.
I am the captain.
It almost sounded like I said good eatings.
Good eatings?
Yes,
well, why not?
I do wish good eatings to everyone who was watching this video this fine, warm, sunny day.
Good eatings. What did you have for dinner over the weekend? Anything nice? Did you have good
Over
eatings?
the weekend,
Yeah.
I had a massive bowl of salad with some pomegranate.
Nice.
I had a really, really good tofu, crunchy tofu sesame salad at the hotel.
Yes.
And tonight I'm going to Sushi Nara in Guildford, where I always go when I'm here, to meet Peter and Rabia. And we're going to have sushi. And then we're going to go and see the Avengers.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger.
Yes, Arsene Wenger.
What do you think is going to happen in Infinity War?
I think Captain America's going to die.
Really?
That's my guess.
It's
It's not a spoiler.
It's a two-parter, isn't it? Infinity Wars. I'm sure I read that. It's like it's this.
Oh, right.
The second part
Is it?
supposed. Yeah, I think so. They're filming the. That's what I read anyway. I haven't seen it, but I read
I hate it when
was-
it's a two-parter. I much prefer it when it comes out in one go. These are the Rey Dorado.
Yes.
It's a collaboration between Keeley.
Is it a collaboration? I think it was just a conversation that ended up in a pedal design rather than a
It's
collaboration.
a conversation.
But yes, the Rey Dorado, is that a place or a type of crisp?
It means the king of gold.
Oh, does
doesn't
it? El Rey is the king.
El Rey is the king.
I didn't know that.
And Dorado, I think it comes from Latin
I
from
think you're
gold.
probably right.
I think it's the golden king.
You're so clever.
Well, no, did you do Latin at school?
Did I do Latin at school? I did.
You're
for
old
about,
like me.
It was compulsory, I think, for at least a year in my school.
Did you go to school?
Amoa Massa Mat, Amarmus Amatis and Mant,
Right.
I think.
Dulce et decorum est pro patria mori.
Right.
We sound like a bunch of right posh idiots now,
Well,
don't we?
I don't remember anything at all other than the teacher that taught Latin was called Mr. Bathurst, and he couldn't have been any more of a stereotypical Latin teacher if there wasn't. I think the chances of him still being alive now are slim because he was pretty old when we
So
were
you
at
can
school.
say what you like.
No. He was a sweet, nice guy, but just like very, I was in a rowdy, comprehensive school.
Right.
And he should have been teaching Latin to a bunch of well-to-dos, shouldn't he?
Right.
I think.
So, well, I think it means the king, the golden king, but I could be wrong.
You're probably right. I think story goes, conversation between a friend of ours in America called Joe Leach and Robert Keeley, just about pedals one day, as we do. And it just came into conversation that, there was a lot of Plexi clone pedals being sold and people were digging them and that Keeley didn't do one and that he should.
Yeah.
So the next thing I know is I get a phone call with saying, look, Robert wants to do a Keeley clone Plexi thing. He just needs a couple of decent sized dealers to commit to a quantity of pedals, and then he'll do it. And I just went, okay.
I always find it
Sign
funny.
me up.
Always find it funny when guitar stores in America are referred to as dealers, because for me it just sounds like someone selling
Drug dealer.
drugs.
Yeah, as in
In England, the dealer is someone that sells drugs.
well, that's very true. So,
This could be a drug, though.
it could be
An audio drug.
So the El Rey Dorado is Robert Keeley's kind of take on that classic Marshall Plexi tone, which you've heard a zillion times on albums and are probably in pedal demos of pedals claiming to do Plexi things. So let's take them through. Rob's got a telly into a Friedman Mini Dirty Shirley by the looks of
Leo,
it.
I don't have a telly. I have the telly. And
This will now be referred to as the double T, the
Yeah.
telly.
the PH is double T. Here's how it sounds without the pedal on.
Oh, it sounds great. And the pedal has three controls. It has a drive control, a tone control, and a level control. And it has this little mini switch here that goes between a low gain Plexi and a high gain Plexi. And there's quite a big volume difference between the low and the high. So It's not a kind of a switch that you could do whilst playing. Not that you'd be able to switch that whilst
You had a
playing
tiny foot.
Tiny feet.
So here's how I've got
reverse
mine
Hobbit.
set at the moment. I've got the drive halfway
chobbit.
up, not as much level, and not as...
A chobbit.
This is what I have to work with, internet.
They were the character that never made it into the Lord of the Rings trilogy, were they? I think low is my favourite because it's got a much looser vibe, not as compressed. But that's with the drive pretty low. As Rob plays, I'll turn the drive up, but staying in low.
Oh, put it on again.
I know. Then high mode takes it into obviously
And then high mode.
higher gain modes. So yeah, here we go. I've got to be honest with you, the drive control doesn't do a great deal between...
It should be an on-off button.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing that changes it is the high-low mode. It's kind of, you almost sense that all you're really hearing as the drive is turned up is the sound becoming more compressed and less flat.
But that sound...
It's a great sound.
Is great.
Certainly through that amp, it sounded great. My amp is...
it's like when you get a pizza and they put some cheese on it. It's still cheese, but you want more of the cheese.
What are you using this as an analogy of? The low to high mode? Are you, or the drive control? Or
the cheese is there.
Right.
And it's great. It's great. It's great cheese.
It's great cheese.
The cheese is.
It's a good pedal. So my amp is Hot Rod Deluxe, which many of you will own, and is much cleaner. So let's check out what it does over the top of one of those. So again, I do like it with the drive down in the lower mode. So let's just have a little look. It's definitely got that raw driven tone. It's not like a super smooth, some distortion pedals that are almost, they don't sound amp-like. They take on a sort of a smoothness, don't they? Which I really like as well.
Like a synthy quality.
Yeah, but this is
like a raw,
raspy,
rough
isn't it?
Poke bowl.
Exactly. What if I knew what a poke bowl was? And then if we go to high mode and set it up, here we go. Oh.
That sounds great.
It did sound good. It was better than I had it sounding before. So that's drive halfway. As I said, I think this drive control is a little bit sort of
Do it with full drive.
full drive.
Let's see what happens. It's already sounding good. I've got to try full gain now.
Do it.
I'm excited. Sounds great.
It does sound. I mean, it's a little bit hissy, isn't it? Or at least.
But you hear what it's doing.
Yeah, I know. Actually, it's not. It's fun, isn't it? Maybe it might be a single coil thing. So
no.
it's not. Oh, it's just because you had everything.
I had all the
dialed
gain
in.
all of my face.
So there you go. That's called the Keeley Rey Dorado.
Yes.
As far as I am aware, if you live in America, the only place you can source this from is from Riff City Guitars. And if you live in Europe, the only place you can source it from is here. This place. Here. Yeah. I don't know if that's a forever thing or just the first batch. I don't know. But let's see how the pedal sells. I mean, I think it sounds cool. It's £150, I think, or somewhere.
How much?
150.
That's a bargain.
Like
I have to say, I really, really like the look of the pedal. I love
cool graphic,
I love the graphic they put on it, and I'm not normally a graphic guy, but that's a damn cool graphic. I would want that tattooed.
That's a face mask, isn't it, from some sort of scary South American Inca styly Aztec face mask.
I'm just going to say yes, and I've been Rob Chatton.
And I've been the captain.
See you later. Oh.
It's just literally.
Stop picking it!
Cheese.
Oh! Not those ones. Who's gonna pick that
Cheese.
up then?
What
Cheese. Cheese is.
Got it!
Cheese is.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching the Andertons Guitar YouTube channel. If you're a drummer or a keyboard player or interested in music technology, you might find one of our other channels interesting, and I'll put details of those in the description below. If you want to find out more about the products we've just featured, please click here. If you'd like to buy a t-shirt like this, please click here. If you want to watch another video on our guitar channel, click down here. And to subscribe to our guitar channel, click here. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.